Hey, what's up guys? This is Ian back with another video, and today I am going to unbox these CCA-NRA IEMs. Okay, so what's so special about these IEMs? These IEMs are a budget IEM and it comes with an electrostatic driver, okay, on each side. So I was curious to find out how these will sound. So let's open these up and find out how good or bad these are. So stay tuned. Alright guys, my name is Ian. Welcome to my channel, and if this is your first time here, do consider to subscribe, and if you are not, thank you so much for your support. And today I am going to unbox and review these CCA-NRA. So basically this is a budget IEM. I bought these with my own money. I'm not sponsored by CCA or any audio shop for that matter. So if you guys are interested to get one of these for yourself, do look at the link down below. I'm gonna leave them there. Okay, so let's open these bad boys and find out how good they are. Okay, so basically these IEMs come with a 6.8 millimeter electrostatic driver. Okay, so let's take a look at the outside of the box. As you can see here, it says electrostatic driver. Okay, on the side, I bought the one with the mic as usual. Okay, and at the back you have got some information. Basically it's from 40 hertz. Let me read that again. Yeah, 20 hertz all the way to 40,000 hertz, and the impedance is 108, the sensitivity, sorry, right, and the resistance is 25 ohms. Okay, so you can read all this in your free time. You can pause. Okay, let's take a look at the IEM. So this is the typical KZ and CCA kind of box experience. Pretty tight. Okay, let's put this one side first. Let's see what's inside. You've got tips. Okay, as usual. Let's take a look at the tips later. Then you have your cable, okay, and inside, as usual, your books and instructions. So on one side is usually in Chinese, and on the other side is usually in English. Okay, pretty standard stuff. Okay, so I'm going to put that one side. Let's take a look at the cable. So cable wise, I wouldn't see anything different, but I can feel that these cables are pretty soft. The silicone on these cables is a little bit different. It's got silicone over the silicone cables, okay, and they feel a little bit thin, okay, but I would say they are pretty okay, standard cables. Okay, and on the tip itself, it's pretty standard as well. Nothing great. It's got this tear resistant kind of thing here. At the Y splitter, you don't have a neck sort of holder. Okay, but here you have your microphone. Same thing. Looks similar to the KZs. I guess they are related. Okay, let's look at the silicone ear hooks. Ear hooks are pretty standard as well, though I would say it's pretty stiff, and it's stiffer than the KZ ones. Okay, and let's take a look at the tip. So this is the standard 0.75 millimeters 2-pin tips. Okay, connectors, sorry. And this should be the Type-C connector. Okay, so pretty standard. Now let's take the IEMs out, see how they are. Okay, so this is the box that it came in. It's pretty okay, pretty standard, and the IEMs has got this polished metal kind of look to it. Stick them up from the box. Stick them out one by one. And okay, pretty standard stuff. Looks like the DQ6, I guess. Yeah. This feels metal. Yes, it's metal. Okay, so the front face plate is made of metal. No vents. I don't see any vents. And on the inside is made of acrylic. And as you can see, it's pretty standard stuff. Okay, and the 2-pin connector is almost similar to the KZs. Okay. And this is the ear tip. It's pretty similar to the DQ6 as well, the ear tips. Okay, now let's look at the nozzle. Nozzle wise, it's not a metal nozzle, it's a full body kind of nozzle that's fixed to the body of the IEM itself. Okay, pretty standard stuff. Then the yeah, you've got a CCA logo in the front, you can see. And on the inside, let's take a look. This here is the electrostatic driver. Okay, right there. Pretty standard, nice. Okay, so let's take the other one out and put them on the cable. Right, so this is the other one. Connect them on the cable, see how it goes. So this is the left side. Okay, and I think I'm going to use my own foam tips to connect to these and see how it goes. Right, so these are my foam tips. See if it goes in. Yes, right in. Okay, so these are how it looks like. The seal is pretty good on the pins. Okay, the pins go all the way in. And if you have your foam tip on it, this is how it looks like. Pretty okay. Let's put them on the ear. So ear hook is pretty okay. See if it goes in. Pretty nice. Okay. Right, so looks pretty nice. Comfort wise, is okay, pretty similar to the DQ6, but I would say these flop a little bit. I think the DQ6 fit my ear a little bit better because the DQ6 has got a fin right here, but these do not have. So I would say it wobbles a little bit. Yeah. So when it comes to the back of the ear lobe here, it wobbles a little bit, but I guess it's fine. Let's connect the other side and hook them on. Okay, I would say the fit is not as great as I would like, but the seal, yeah, the seal, you gotta wiggle it a little bit just to get that seal that you want, but fits okay. Right, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna listen to some songs and see how these sound. Be right back. Alright guys, so I have tested these IEMs out, and these again the CCA-NRA IEMs. Okay, so I spent quite some time listening to them and listening to my playlist, and this is what I think. So basically these IEMs are okay for beginners. Okay, if you are a beginner and you're just starting out to explore the world of IEMs, yeah, so you can try these out. But okay, I'll just give you my thoughts. What I feel about it in this short evaluation of these IEMs with the listen of some of my favorite songs. These IEMs, they have like a kind of a W kind of a sound signature to it. The bass. Okay, so let's talk about the bass. The bass is okay. It's textured, very pronounced, but they are not oomphy. Okay, they are not oomphy. They are not thumpy. They are not the kind of a bass that a bass head would expect. Okay, so if you are expecting bass to come out from these, they are not. Okay, but if the song requires the bass to be there, and it needs to comes, right? The bass is there. It gives you that punch, but it's not a very strong punch, and yeah, so subs are pretty okay. It's subpar. Okay, no pun intended. Yeah, so subs are pretty. Sub bass is pretty okay. The mid bass. Okay, mid bass is warm. Okay, it's warm. It's not rumbly. It's not rumbly. It's firm. Okay, I would say, right. Mid bass is firm. It's detailed. You can hear clearly the bass guitars. And the kind of low sound that you need to hear is there. It's pronounced. It's not muffled. Okay, and the bass is fast enough. It rolls off pretty well, and yeah, I guess bass is pretty okay. I wouldn't say it's the best. It's not the very bassy kind of IEMs. Okay, so let's talk about mids. Okay, mids. Wow. Okay, so mids are the show. Okay, mids are the highlights of these IEMs. So, in terms of vocals, male and female, they are very pronounced, very forward. It's like they are singing right in your face. Okay, kind of forward. I wouldn't say loud, but yeah, the vocals are really pronounced right there in front of you. Okay, the mids are really clear, very detailed. The details retrieval for the vocals and the mids, and all the sound in the middle, it's there. Okay, it's very strong, very pronounced, and at times it may be just a little bit too bright for me. Okay, and fatiguing at times because it's just too forward for me. Okay, this is for me, may not be for you. So yeah, I would say even for female vocals, it is, especially when they go to the higher notes, it's just really bright. Okay, well, to me it's really bright because I'm kind of a bass head kind of guy. So when a female starts to go to the higher notes, it's like, ooh, wow, it just goes right in. And then I had to I have to lower my volume. I have no choice. But yeah, but the male vocals are pretty okay. Michael Jackson sound pretty good. Yeah, and he's really forward and singing right in my face. Okay, treble. Okay, let's talk about the treble. Trebles are really high. I wouldn't say sparkly. The details are there. The instruments are really clear, and again, sometimes it's just a little bit too bright. especially when I listen to Star Wars. Yeah, I had to again lower my volume so as to, you know, not to hurt my ears. But yeah, it's really bright. Okay, for me. Again, this is for me. It may not be the same for you. Okay. Overall, the staging for these are pretty good. In fact, they are unique. I would say, you know, sometimes I find that the imaging is very precise. Okay, it's precise at times. Okay, in certain tracks, especially in like Star Wars. You know, the cymbals, the trumpet, everything. I can hear very clearly where they are, and the details are there. It's not muffled. Okay. In terms of imaging, okay, so imaging is really good when it comes to vocals. Okay, they are right in front of you. They are, you know, in your face, right? And the instruments is pretty good as well. It's somewhere to the front sphere of your head. Okay. And not so much on the back. I don't hear anything coming, but yes, more of the spherical kind of sound for the imaging. And yeah, and I would say it's pretty okay. It's not wide. I mean, the staging is not really wide, and it's not that compressed as well. Yeah, and yeah, so I think this IEM is suitable for beginners. Okay, if you are just starting out looking into IEMs, these IEMs, you know, you can consider to pick them up, try them out, because at times you can, you know, pick up some sounds and some details that you don't pick up from other IEMs, like those bassy types. These really work well when you want to have critical or technical kind of listening. Yeah, and especially for beginners. Okay. If you guys are interested, I'll leave a link down in the description below so that you can go check it out. Okay, so should you guys get it? Well, I wouldn't say everyone should get it. This is not for everyone. But again, if you are just starting out to listen, you know, to IEMs, you may try these. For the rest, you know, it's only $22 US. You can try it out because, you know, it's EST, electrostatic drivers. It sounds a little bit different. The feeling is a little bit different. But if you can see from my reactions when I was listening to my playlist, I wasn't too impressed. Okay, not for me, because I guess, you know, I'm a bass head and I prefer more bassy kind of IEMs. But yeah, if you have more of a analytical kind of listening, critical kind of listening, these are for you. Right, so that's so much for these IEM, CCA-NRA. Okay, and if you guys learned something from this video, please do give it a thumbs up. And again, if you are new to this channel, please consider to subscribe. Right, so that's it for this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you again in the next video. Cheers.